Hello, folks, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our comic for today is Hellboy, The Bones of Giants, issue 4 by Dark Horse. Now, there is violence, fighting, killing, eating people, and corpses in this one. So, if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. Alright, here's the team. Now, it took me a while to find issue 4, but I finally did. Well, it has been a while. Oh, last year I read issue 3. But what I remember from issue 3, they just arrived at where the King of Giants is. It's now located where there was an actual human village. And the story starts with finally Abe and Eichmann's daughter. They finally see what Hellboy's been seeing, like the city and everything. And they can finally see it, all of them. So they start marching towards it. And here Hellboy, he wishes he hasn't taken the hammer. As he says about his stone hand, I've had this my whole life. It feels a part of me, but something's really off with this, with the hammer, with Monir. It's like if I can't get this off of me after this is all over, I'm cutting off my hand. And then he has, his Hellboy also has the pendant of the serpent around his neck. Honestly, to me, it really looks like a seahorse. I don't know. But he has that, and he has Monir, and then one of the one of the dwarves tells him that he thinks that because he has both of them, that's why Thor's spirit clings to him. And Hellboy's really pissed about it. Why didn't you tell me sooner? And then the dwarf's like, well, how would we have defeated, the King of Giants? And Hellboy's like, what a dick. Anyway, they continue going, they get through the gates, and they see a giant sitting on the ground. But it's more of a corpse of a giant. But they're starting to return to life. All of the giants, I mean, as we see later. They're starting to grow flesh again and hair. Well, this one gets up. Hellboy calls to him. And he can't believe, he's like, no, you are dead. He means Thor. And Hellboy's like, well, at least I don't look it. And then he and the dwarf start fighting. While Abe and Eichmann's daughter, they go to look for the villagers. They go, they come across more giants, also all of them corpses, and you see them eating people. I assume most likely the villagers. They're eating them, and then Hellboy and the dwarves start fighting them as well. Hellboy defeated the first one. While they're fighting, keeping them occupied, Eichmann's daughter and Abe find the people. They're trapped somewhere in a cell, and they also see a bunch of corpses of all the people the giants already ate. They, as they talk about it, the giants, they say we need to eat more people to get stronger, and that's stronger to regain life. So, Eichmann's daughter and Abe, they release them. Meanwhile, Hellboy continues to fight the giants. And also, behind him, everyone, the giants asks him, one of them, looks like a joint twin. He asks, is any of this real, as he fights all of them. And you see behind him the serpent, and then also a bunch of other Asgardian gods and a lot of soldiers. Asgardian ones as well. They keep fighting. Hellboy uses Monir and essentially uses a lightning bolt to toast all of the giants. They're, dead again. And he's like, oh, we're not leaving until we don't fight the king. Before that, also Abe gets grabbed, but the dwarves save him. He and Eichmann's daughter quickly march all the people away to safety outside of the village. Finally, the king of giants arrives, and he talks uh, with his little blue people. I don't remember what they are, but there's little like blue people that are an army, I suppose. They're like some kind of demons. Anyway, they charge at Hellboy and the dwarves. They start fighting. Hellboy defeats the King of Giants finally. Oh, and before he does, though, he shoves a tree inside of him. And before he does, he asks, "Is any of this real?" Hellboy says, "As real as it is." And then uses lightning, and finally he's defeated. Then all the other ones that appeared behind them. Oh, I forgot what goddess she is of, but she's the one that took Thor's body from the Institute. She approaches Hellboy and taps him on the forehead, and finally Mjolnir falls from his hand. And and the squirrel is also there, and he says he would have been proud of you. And also all the dwarves tell him, uh, they tell him that he fought well, and that they're honored, and that he's honored that his brothers and cousins fought and died for him. And Hellboy looks at him and says, "You know I'm not him, right?" And the dwarves responds, I know Hellboy. Or, no, we know Hellboy." It means for all of them. Then Hellboy catches up with the villagers and Abe and Eichmann's daughter. And finally, this is all over. And Abe tells him, "Can we go somewhere warm next time, Hellboy?" And Hellboy says, "Bali, baby," or Bali, baby. "We're going to Bali." And he starts marching, and that's it. That's where the story ends. I guess they're gonna fly to Bali next. And also, Abe gave his coat to one of the children. And that's it. I finally finished reading the story. It was quite interesting to see Hellboy with um, Norse mythology, with Norse gods and everything, and how they were depicted, and how Thor looked. Because the way it's drawn here is drawn ginger. I looked originally it was blonde. Anyway, I really liked seeing Hellboy in this setting. It was very interesting. Also, how he got to use Thor's hammer to fight. That was very cool. And overall, this was a really nice mini series. I need to take out the other ones and then read them all together in the future. And still, I really enjoyed myself. Excuse my voice, I have a cold. But yes, this was overall a good one. And also great art. Oh yeah, let's start with the art. Oh, right, the cover. So yeah, it's the same style of cover for all of these. They're the same composition. You got Hellboy, the frame, and then around him. I see these are all the people from Asgard that appeared. Let me show you some art. There we go. This is when they finally reach it. It's called Uthgard. Uthgard. I'm probably mispronouncing it though. You see, there's Abe, Hellboy, and Eichmann's daughter. I read her name here again, but I honestly I can't fucking remember it again. So probably I'm probably not pronouncing it. I wouldn't pronounce it correctly even if I tried. Well, there we go. They're marching on. You see this? You see, it doesn't look a lot like a seahorse. I don't know. To me, it does. It doesn't look like a snake to me. I don't know. That's the dwarf. You see. And he says, "What a dick." So I like this art style. This is I completely forgot who drew this. Uh, 1 second. Who drew this? Ah, Matt Smith. Yeah, I really like Matt Smith's art. Like how he makes how he draws Hellboy. I really like it. And this was written by Mike Mignola and Christopher Golden, so I like what they're combined on Hellboy. Actually, did they write this together? Yeah, I think they wrote this together. Yes, if you love some Hellboy and also Norse mythology, this will definitely be a fun read for you. It's got action, the King of Giants, Thor, the Gods Dying. All we didn't have was Loki. Oh, and of course there was the squirrel. It was one of my favorite parts. Interestingly, this actually a lot of the new miniseries don't have variant covers. I know there was one 2 issue that had, but yeah, this one didn't have any variants. But yeah, that is it. This was the story. Again, I really enjoyed it, and now on to read more Hellboy. But that is it, folks. Again, if you love Hellboy, I highly recommend this one. And Nurse Mythology. That is it. Remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye.